It is great to see you all in here. Thank you for coming today. Now, I'm going to talk about English should be primary lesson in primary school. The development of English use in this era is increasingly being shaped to use English use in various fields like for technology, education, and politics. So it is become requirement for children or students as new generation to learn English. But the problem is English have a meeting from the government, which is the Minister of Education before, Muhammad Nuh. He omit English from the curriculum. So the purpose of today's my speech is to persuade you that learning English should be an essential to learn, and it should be an obligation in primary school. That I want to emphasize in here that English is an obligation, not only as an extracurricular. As we know that English is the essential, and extracurricular it's only just once a week, and it's not effective for children to learn English. And every school has their own policy. It's depends. What the problem is, how about the school who doesn't provide English in the primary lesson? And it will be different case. It's about for the international school. They of course provide English as their primary lesson. And about the issues problem is removal English in the primary lesson is from the Muhammad Nuh, because he think and he received from his advisor that English is tend to premature to use for children, because and another reason why he omitting English subject, because children overload to receive another subject in their primary school. So that's why he make English to become an extracurricular. But extracurricular is not effective for learning English. So the impact to make it an extracurricular, it make the quality of the English for children has declined for the new generation. These are the proof for English first about the English proficiency index and the position of Indonesia in the 34 from the 44 countries with the status of very low level proficiency. How about your children to camp competition in this era globalization, if the way they learn is caused by the Minister of the Education before about the policy to learn English in the primary school. And another proof that English is not obligation in primary school, and they have to start English from the junior high school. So this will be serious problem for the system of education in Indonesia, and these are several that you should know about the purpose of English education in primary school, and that I want to tell about the language development in primary school and about the development of the English language in primary school. First, the purpose of English education in the primary school is to develop the competence of the communication and to build the awareness of the importance English to improve the nation competitiveness. And these are some policies before and it has been carried out from then 10 years, and it has changed. And these are about language acquisition for the student. As you can see, the highest level of children to receive new language is in the position of the 3 to 7 years old. It is the critical period that they have to receive the new language, and their brain still in the plasticity and easier to absorb new language. So it is not good reason from the Muhammad Nuh that he removed English in the primary school. And what the solution is, we need the implementation of English as early as possible in the primary school. And the second one, we need the Minister of Education. The new Minister of Education is Anies Baswedan, to make English as the primary lesson in the curriculum again. And we need the obligation for students to learn English as early as possible. And the conclusion is that you know that English has, in the beginning, that you know English has omitting by the Minister of Education before, and the reason that why he removed English in the primary lesson, because children tend to overload to receive subject, and English is one of the subject that he want to remove, because children tend to was impressed premature to receive English subject. And the solution is, you know that we need the implementation of the English as early as possible, and we need the new Minister of Education to make an obligation again to children in the primary school to learn English. And these are some of my references. Thank you for your attention.
I'd like to add some questions regarding this topic. So there is some kind of mindset actually that thinks that in Indonesia the input for English language is very poor. You know that because so many people in Indonesia, although they want to learn English, they don't speak English, which means there is poor input for them. And because of the poor input, some people think that it is actually better to implement English subject on higher level of education, for example, in junior high school or in senior high school, for the students to learn explicitly. However, if we think according to your policy that English should be implemented early, what do you think about that?
What, in my opinion, is why it should be in early as possible, because based on David Singleton about his research that the good age or the golden age to receive new language is the position in the 3 to 7 years old is the critical period that they have to receive new language. So I think it is important to implementation that.
So it is better to implement it earlier.
Yes, as early as possible.
Okay.
Any other question?
I just need your clarification. In one of your slides, you have this phrase, "press premature." I'm just curious what that means.
It is about the reason of the Minister of Education, Muhammad Nuh. He said that English tends to impress premature if we implementation English in the primary school. So that's why he tried to omit English in the curriculum.
Sorry. Could you probably show that slide?
like um, the children have to not learn English anymore in the primary school, so they have to, it's like they have to forget about English and they have to learn about their bahasa.